All right, no time to explain game. Welcome back, Kings F here, back with another video for you guys. Happy Monday and happy holiday. I believe it's Memorial Day, so it's a day off. I actually had some time to do some stuff, but also kind of stagnating some things because I was waiting on a bunch of other things to kind of come into the mail. So, last video we did Blister versus Boosters for Blazing Dominion, which were actually, surprisingly enough, Blisters actually won. So I actually didn't go back and count how many times Blisters actually won. I'm assuming it's the third. I think it's 3 or 4. If you guys happen to know, leave it in the comments below. I haven't actually fully checked all the comments in the previous video, so somebody will probably tell me. If not, I have to do the research myself. So today is going to be the second to last Blazing Dominion video we're going to do. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a very, very long time. I tried this once, about maybe 2 years ago now. I can't remember when Infinite Forbidden. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. I might have did a little bit after the fact. But the last time I did a video like this, it was just basically after just like, I think Blister versus Boosters went horrible. So I'm like, Blisters has to get a win somehow, some way. So I ended up buying a bunch of Infinite Forbidden Blisters and just cracked them all open on the channel to see if we had any better luck with our pulls. So I've kind of been thinking about doing that again because fortunately Hobbyville has been able to get like blister packs and I've been able to potentially get them. I just didn't do it until now. So this set was big enough because there's a lot of stuff in the set that I'm looking after and chasing. So it just made a little bit more sense for me to buy a lot more blister packs. So today we're going to revisit a video that I did a long time ago. If you guys like this particular video, I'm going to try to do this for maybe every decent possible core set. But today we're going to open up the rest of the blisters that I purchased from Hobbyville, which was 50 of them. I bought 75 because I bought 24 for Blister versus Boosters, and then I bought it anticipating opening 50 more for this particular video. So there's actually 51 because they're, it's an odd number. I might have opened the last pack off camera. I can't remember if I did it or did not. So we're going to open all 50 of these blisters, which is equivalent to 2 booster boxes, and see what we pull out of them. Blisters pulled really, really well to Blister versus Boosters, so I probably just luckily, I actually used AI to pick the 24 packs. I just told my AI assistant, hey, pick me 24 different numbers between 1 and 75. And then I just pull the packs out of the box accordingly. So we might have pulled all the good stuff already from Blister versus Boosters, but we'll see what the remaining 51 packs hold. Side note, of course, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Love to have you and love to keep you guys around here. My name's King Zeph. This channel is called No Time to Explain. We talk about gaming stuff. We have podcast episodes, which are very old because we haven't done any new episodes of podcasts, music reviews, as well as TCG and gaming content. So, of course, I do almost every major Yu-Gi-Oh! Opening. So be on the lookout for more of those, OCG and TCG. OCG ones will be coming back very, very soon. I just haven't been too poor to purchase OCG project. But, of course, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, just hit the like button if you like videos like this. Leave a comment to let me know what you guys are thinking, favorite pulls or content that you would like to see in the near future. I also do collabs and giveaways as well. And then hit the subscribe button. So, of course, we're on a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers. So, basically, a lot of you guys watch the videos, don't hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that button, hit the bell so you know when our new video is coming. As well as for those that are returning, welcome back. Love to have you. And then let's see what we pull. Second bit of business, of course, as I always like to do, I always like to give a shout out to one of our affiliates. We have 2 affiliate links in the channel. We have Hobbyville as well as we have Yu-Gi Market. Yu-Gi Market is for OCG product, and then Hobbyville is for basically TCG product. Bought all of these packs as I do with every other major set and stuff that I buy on the channel from Hobbyville. Fantastic e-tailer and also a merchant. Free shipping on anything $175 or up. If you are new and have not bought from them in the past, you can use my promo code NT2E to get 5% off your very first purchase. And also use the affiliate link below, can't speak, to help out the channel because a lot of you guys buy from there and use that affiliate link. And actually that money helped purchase the case of Rarity 5. We did the Rarity 5 case opening and there's still some money left over there. So that's probably going to go towards the Chaos Origins case or Magnificent Monsters case. Yeah, that kind of happened. So, of course, any support from the channel helps out a ton. And there's also a place that I highly recommend getting product from. One of my favorite e-tailers. I wouldn't recommend them if they weren't a great retailer. Affordable pricing, great shipping, and all that other stuff. And if you're in the United States of America, they don't charge you a sales tax. So check them out. Links are down below. Use the code NT2E on your very first purchase to take advantage of the additional 5%. And, of course, if you purchased from them before and just wanted to play the email shuffling game, you can do that as well. Get that 5% off. Saving money is saving money. This economy is horrible. Don't want to get political, but our economy is terrible right now. So, without further ado, this is going to be a long one because we have 50 packs open. So let's get the thing started. So, yeah. I'm running out of space on my desk because I'm like an idiot, didn't really do a whole lot of clearing off of things. So I'm gonna be doing my best to open this stuff. Where is my little baggie? It's down here, sorry. Make sure I have my shrapnel cleaning area to throw the stuff away, so that way it's not all just kind of in the way. But of course, Blazing Dominion, the current set. The next Yu-Gi-Oh set to come out, it should be the next Battle of Legends set. I forgot what it's called, Battle of Legends something, but new set of chibis, more full arts. So that one has 10 new full arts. That one has Magia in it, which is quite fitting because the original Battle of Legends from a little had the original Magia in it, so they put the full art Magia in this one. So it's kind of fitting on that side. We're another Fairy Tale. Also, the new ban list dropped, so now Fairy Tale Snow has been unbanned. You can only have one copy in your deck. And I believe Fairy Tale is like probably one of the most powerful budget decks because the cards are really cheap. They're not expensive. So I'd have to actually look a little bit more into that. I know Jesse Cotton put out videos or at least said something about it. And I know he's been waiting for Fairy Tale Snow to get unbanned for a while, so I have to check his stuff out to see in the near future. But yeah. We're gonna go ahead and go through here. Looks like, oh, we got a Starlight Rare. Survey says, Navarro, the Shade Master Power Patron. So this is one of the Power Patron Pendulum Monsters. So this will actually be the second Starlight Rare out of the out of all the blisters we bought. Because the last one we pulled was Shade. Well, what's his name? Shade the Obscure, I think his name is. Something like that. We did pull that Starlight Rare last time, so there's another one here. So there's two Starlight Rares in these set of packs. Let's see what else we can get out of here. Let's see if we can get some pretty decent secret rares. I think all the ultras I've pulled that I needed, if memory serves me correctly. I think I have all the supers and all the ultras and everything that I needed out of them, because the major ones were like the Power Patron card. We pulled like, I think 5 of them between the booster box and the blisters. And then I did get like the Blade Dragon, the Resonator. So I think a lot of the cards I already pulled that I actually needed. Of course, the big heavy hitters are the secrets, because pretty much every card in the set that's necessary. Fada Dragon, this one's new. Fusion Wind Dragon. I'm not reading all of that, but the stats are pretty weak, so I wonder what use status for. But yeah, but all of the you know, the big hits in this set are secret rares. You know, Dominus Spark, Solemn's Accusation, Elf Note Regina. Rotary is an ultra, so Rotary is like, if memory serves me correctly, Rotary is the most expensive ultra. The last time I looked at it, it was like 25 bucks. So that is the one ultra rare in the set that's like, hey, this one's actually money. The rest of them are like, meh. It's hit or miss or whatever it is. And then we got Starving Venom Wind Dragon, so another Starving Venom Dragon, followed by the Aneacraft stuff and all that other fun stuff in between. So yeah, so this set is really, really good and is shaping the meta. Of course, right now it looks like Doomsy and Killer Tune. I say Killer Tune? Cool Tunes. I was using the OCG name for a hot second because it's Killer Tune in OCG. It's Cool Tunes in TCG. Gotta love Konami censoring. Like, we're adults here, why can't we just use our regular names? Plunder the Power Troll of Valo. I think I need another one of these anyway. But yeah, that and Doomsy and Branded seem to be like the top 3 decks in the format right now. Of course, that could change. I know when Chaos Origin comes out, Elf Note becomes busted because the new Elf Note, I think, spell card as well as the synchro card is like, it's a 1-card Elf Note board, and it's really, it's like, it's pretty atrocious how busted that deck is. Charmer Quantetta Bloom, so this is the new Charmer card, and then followed by the rest of those. I think that's like the 3rd one of those I pulled. That card was also a secret rare in the premiere event. Yeah, because every premiere event, one of the cards in here gets a rarity bump. So, and it was weird because it used to be like, you get an ultra rare version of a card as opposed to like its original rarity. So like, you know, a card that could have been a super would have been ultra, or a card that was a secret would be an ultra. And then they actually just decided like, probably a good idea to anti-GMX explorers. It's probably a good idea to turn one of the ultras into a secret, which was honestly the better thing to do. Because I don't know why they were just like, oh yeah, let's give you an ultra. This is like, how about we rarity bump an ultra rare in the set into a secret? And then only have so many of those copies. Those cards never really are worth a whole lot because all they are is just a rarity bump or a rarity difference of a card. Especially we got another Starlight rare. We did get another Starlight rare, Crimson Blade Dragon. Okay. Wow, that's 2 Starlights. Okay. Alrighty then. I'm like, we got another Starlight. Okay. I'm not even halfway through these blisters, and we haven't seen a secret rare. We've seen 2 ultras. Realistically speaking, we should hopefully see 8 ultras. We'll see, but we got 2 Starlights so far. So I mean, I guess this set of blisters is busted. I might have to do this more often, just open up a bunch of blister packs. There's another Ultra Super Dreadnought Rail Dragon Gustav Rocket. What a name. New tank support. I think somebody recently topped or won a regional with tanks. It was one of the two. They either topped or they won it, which is quite impressive. Also, I got to prepare myself for regionals because there are 2 regionals coming up. One in Chicago, which I believe that's this coming weekend. That's the 30th. And then another one in Indianapolis, I believe like 2 weeks after the fact. So I actually need to really prepare myself for that. I know what I want to play, but I think I just need to make sure I get the rest of the cards. Here's the ultra rare version of Shade Power Patron. So pulled a Starlight and the ultra rare. That's like the 4th copy of that I have now because I'm pretty sure I've pulled more than a playset of that one. And you don't even need 3 of those. You only need 1 of each for each respective Power Patron card to play. So I mean, that was for Art Mage. And then of course the one for Elf Note and the one for Doom Z. You're only going to play 1 in the deck, so you don't need a play set of them. So it's nice to have, but not necessary. Gina the Ring, Petter Plant, Lizard, and followed by on that side. But yeah, so if any of you guys happen to be competing in the regional at Indianapolis or Chicago, Illinois, I will be there. So if you happen to see this video and just like, hey, just want to come say hi if you see me or whatever, please feel free to do so. I'm not gonna bite your head off or anything crazy like that. I just kind of say, hey, saw your YouTube channel. Whether you like me or hate me, just don't do anything disrespectful, and hopefully maybe we'll play against each other. I don't know. But yeah, I do need to finish getting my deck together for the regional. I want to bring Elf Nut to it because I really love how Elf Nut plays. There's still a couple cards I need to get, so I need to actually hop on that a little bit ASAP to make sure I have it in time for the regional. And then we'll see where we go. Another Starving Venom Dragon. We're pulling pretty much a whole bunch of other stuff. When I think we're getting close to the halfway point, this pile is coming down, so I will hit 1 baby pile and 1 big one. But this is kind of giving me flashbacks to Infinite Forbidden, because I think in Infinite Forbidden, minus the Starlight rares, well, I think in Infinite Forbidden we pulled 2 QCRs. So maybe this is kind of going like the same as the other one, but last time I don't think we saw like the secrets until like the bottom of the stack, which was kind of funny. Oh, there's one, Regina. That's one I needed. First secret rare, Elf Note Regina. Nice, that is one of the ones I needed. Can I pull 1 already? Well, actually I pulled 2. I pulled 1 and then I pulled the Starlight rare. And then I traded the Starlight rare, so I don't even have the Starlight rare anymore. Very valuable trade, got something from my QCR binder, which was really, really nice. But I'm not a big fan. It's like some cards I'm okay with the higher rarity, some cards I'm not. This camera should focus. It's losing focus. It is a little bit on the nice side. I moved a little bit quickly. But yeah, I'm not a fan. Some card, okay. I'm pretty sure I've said this before in a previous video and everything. I love the higher rarity cards. I love Starlights. I love QCRs. The full arts I absolutely love, so I'm waiting for more of those to happen. So I love the higher rarity cards. I don't like playing with them. Now, there are a couple QCRs that I play with on certain decks, on my other decks, mainly because like I have so many of them that it's just like, okay, I'll play them. Like my Exodia deck, I was playing with a QCR set of the Exodia pieces. Reason being, the Exodia pieces were promo cards well, they weren't really promos, but they were cards that you pulled from the tin. So they were like, each pack was guaranteed like a QCR. So because of that, and I opened up like 2 cases of tins, I just had a lot of them. And that card isn't very valuable. It was one of those things, Red Hypernova Dragon. It's because the cards were very common and they weren't expensive or really that difficult to pull. It was one of those situations where in the Exodia deck, I'm just like, well, I'll just play the QCRs because they're cheap and I have like 3 copies of each of them. I had like a playset of all of them. So in that sense, I'm like, I can rationalize playing these QCR version of them because I have a bunch of them and they're not, if I damage them, oh well. Exceptional schedule, I'm the 2nd copy of this. Card's not great. You know, it was one of those situations where it was just like, okay, I have enough of them. Card's not valuable. It's not really worth my time so much. So I'm just going to, I'll use these instead of the commons and the ultras that I had. Outside of that, I generally don't play anything higher rarity. The highest rarity card I'll put in my deck is a Valium, the Power Patron of Unity, followed by his other counterpart. But the highest rarity I'll play in my deck is the Platinum Secret Rare from Rarity Collection. I will play those. I did get a lot of my hand traps in that rarity because I do like having my hand traps or slash staples in a higher rarity that's not just like, you know, a common or whatever. So for that, I'll play in a higher rarity, but you know, I'm not playing Starlight Rare and QCRs of those. I'm like, I would much rather either sell them to help me either buy more packs or get cards that I need, or GMX Complex, or put them in my binder. Because I do have a QCR binder that I'm still working on, because I'm trying to collect every single QCR and have it in the binder. So far I have a lot of them. I don't have all of them, but I have a lot of them. Mostly because Rarity Collection gave you a crap ton. So I'm still working on that one. But so yeah, I have those in a binder for my personal collection, and that's pretty much it on that side. So generally with the higher rarity cards like these, like a Starlight Rare or anything like that, I'll either keep them and put them in the binder if it's a card I really like, get them graded, or just sell them. That's usually what I do with them. Otherwise, like I said, I don't ever play with them. So they're nice to haves, but yeah. I think for the full arts, I'm getting all of those graded. I'm not going to, I would put those in the binder, and I still could evolve Danian. Cards, some of the supers and stuff I'm seeing for the very first time. I knew they were in there, but I actually didn't pull them last time. But yeah, but I could put them in the binder, and I might buy another copy, like an ultra rare copy. Well, I don't have any of the Starlights full arts. I sold the Super Poly that I pulled because that card was like 300 bucks. So I'm 100% sold that. I went on after I pulled that bad boy. I'm like, I know the Starlights are expensive, and the 3 most expensive Starlights in that set were like, was Purge. No, it was Mirror Jade, Dragoon, Purge, and Super Poly. Super Poly was I think Super Poly was slightly more expensive than Purge. But yeah, so when I pulled the Starlight Super Poly, I was like, how much does this card cost? And it was like TCG player average was like at 320 at the time. So I sold that bad boy with the quickness. I did sell it for 320 bucks. It did dip like that next week, but I had listed it, and I'm sitting in the back of my mind thinking, I'm like, you know, it's gonna move, but it's not gonna move super fast. It moved in an hour. I posted it literally within an hour after that. It had sold, so I had to quickly get that shipped out. So I don't have that any longer. I went and sold it. But all the ones I still have, they're still sleeved up. I'm actually gonna get those graded. I'll do that for a future graded submission. I know I'm gonna send it to Beckett. I'm not sending it to PSA because I'm not gonna get anything graded by PSA again. The last time I did it, it was through GameStop, which was convenient and nice, but then of course they just recently raised their prices, and PSA is doing a lot of shady stuff for the community and for their services and all that other stuff. And even though they own Beckett now, Beckett like just modified, they just changed their slabs a little bit. Well, really they just changed the tag and the logos. So that's on the nicer side. I want to try Tag out, but the problem is Tag doesn't grade Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and Tag, because of demand, they stopped accepting submissions, the base tier submissions. So they're only taking like express submissions. So I got to pay like, I believe it's like 75 bucks a card to get it graded by Tag. And mostly because they saw such a high volume that they're like, okay, we need to get more staff, we need to get a bigger facility, which is good for them. Doomsy over, so the other Doomsy copy of that one, I think it's the second. I only need like one more copy of that, which is good for them. because that just shows that a lot of people trust them in using them, and how they grade using, like, you know, the scans and showing you basically every inch of the card. I really would like to use them for grading outside of Beckett. Between them and Beckett will probably be my two companies I like to use. Clown Cool Celestial, nice. But they don't grade Yu-Gi-Oh yet. I do have some Lorcana cards and a couple of Magic the Gathering cards that I could send a tag just to try them out. But I have to wait until they're accepting basic grades again, because right now they're not. So I'm kind of stuck between just Beckett and Beckett, because I'm like I said, I'm not going to use PSA again. It's just what it was. Like, I wasn't really a big fan. It's like, PSA I did like a long time ago, and then when the Pokemon boom happened and everybody started grading through them, and then that whole thing kind of popped up, I'm just like, PSA ain't that great. And Beckett slabs to me looked the best anyway, so I always liked the Beckett slabs better. They were thicker. The card felt more like a prize, a little bit more premium. And then I also love the subgrading, because it was just nice to know, like, hey, why did my card get a 9? Well, corners got like an 8.5, this got like a 4, or like however way you want to see it. It's like seeing how your card graded on a tier. Forgot about this thing. Was just more convenient. It was just, it's more like, it at least allows you to be able to go like, okay. And even if you want to dispute it, you still can, but at least you have more knowledge instead of just pulling a slab and seeing, oh, I got an 8, but the card looks like it could have got a 9 or a 10. It at least gave you a little bit more insight on what was either wrong with your card or what was right with your card and that type of stuff. So I always preferred that anyway. Feldronius Harmonia. Most expensive secret rare in the set. Yeah, this pile of blisters actually is quite filthy. It's quite filthy. I was not expecting these blisters to be that random, and we're almost at ratio. Just thought about that. In terms of like the regular stuff, this is 3 secrets. I stopped keeping count after a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 ultras. Yeah, 6 ultras. 3 secrets, and then 2 starlights. So yeah, we're almost at ratio. Honestly, if we pull one more secret rare and like 2 more ultras, will actually be a ratio. It's actually kind of impressive. I got distracted trying to crack these things open, because I'm also trying not to keep this video be super long either, because Negacraft Anti-Spy, I don't even think I pulled this one before. But yeah, so like saying PSA is at this point, is like they're getting too big for their britches. They're just like, they have that mindset that they're like, oh, we're the best and we know we're the best, so they're doing like stuff to like be like, oh, we're gonna raise our prices, oh, we're gonna do this. And then with the whole buyback program thing, where they're over here selling, is like, hey, your card graded at an 8, we'll value it at like, you know, $80, and then you take the deal, and the next thing you know, that card pops for 10, and then they go sell it on eBay for like quadruple the price. Like after that, and then I think there was an incident where I read an incident where they lost somebody's submission, and they wanted to pay them out like crumbs, and then they're like, oh, if we find the card, Cool Tune Crackle, this is the cheapest ultra rare, but that's one of the 2 ultra rares left to get into the ratio. But it got to the point where just like, I think they told them, it's like, oh, we'll refund you. Well, like we'll pay you out like the fair market value of these cards or whatever they were. And then if we find them or they return a shipment, you can return the money, and then we'll do it was something really stupid and shady and weird. And after I saw that story, you guys can look it up because I can't remember all the details. This happened like, I think a month or 2 ago. It's been a little while, so a lot of the details went over my head, or not really went over my head. I just forgot what it was. But long story short, like they lost the submission. They offered him like probably maybe like 30% of what his submission was worth, and yeah. It was a mess. So I think he might have probably tried to file a lawsuit, or or whatever, because I think they also wanted them to sign an NDA. I think they wanted to like, well, here's like a settlement and then sign this NDA. Like, no. So something weird is going on the PSA side. And after seeing that stuff, even though it didn't happen to me, I would prefer it to not happen to me. And I'm like, I don't like your guys' slabs or your grading mythology that much to begin with anyway. So, you know, they're probably still best in certain areas, but to me, it's not worth it. I would much rather invest that same money into Tag or into Beckett. Because I believe Beckett, I know Beckett raised their prices too, but Beckett didn't raise their prices that much. I think they went up like I think their tier went from like $15 to $18 or whatever it was. Or it was 18 to 20. It was something weird or whatever like that. Of course, they haven't did the full like migration flipped from PSA buying them yet. So there's still some changes that still can be made. But in the interim, personally, if you ask me, if you're gonna send your cards out for grading, use like CGC, Beckett, or Tag. Of course, if you have Pokemon, if you have anything that's not Yu-Gi-Oh, I would probably say Beckett or Tag with 100%. If you're gonna do Yu-Gi-Oh, send it to Beckett. That's just where I would stand on that. That's where I would sit on that. But one day, Tag said they will start grading Yu-Gi-Oh at some point in time. I don't know when that's going to be. So whenever that time comes, I will probably do that. But I would really love to get, I need to get my full arts graded because I just want to have them as showpieces at that point. So also be wary of what you grade, because I see a lot of people in comments who's like, I think the Pokemon market has kind of gotten like grading and collecting in a weird bad rut, because a lot of people are under the impression, tell the fairy tale. I think that's our last secret. So second, that's secret number 4. So rare ratio for the secret rares. But yeah, I think like people are just like, oh, well, this card looks clean. Should I get it graded? And it's like, people don't understand what cards you should ship for grading and which ones you shouldn't. And my easy answer for that always be, if it's a card that you really like so in my case, I'm gonna send my full arts to get graded. Probably only 2 of them probably should be graded. Well, actually, yeah, realistic, because I pulled Mirror Jade, Dragoon, Super Poly, and Dominus Impulse. Those are the 4 full arts I pulled. So basically, all of the high value full arts. If there were Starlights, definitely I would probably like. If it was a Starlight Dragoon or a Starlight Mirror Jade, I probably would have had it graded. But I'm getting those graded because I want them graded and I want them in slabs, so that way I have something to show in the briefcase or something nice to have on display. That's why I'm getting those graded. I'm not getting them graded for the sense of, oh, they will resell and like I will resell them and they're gonna make me a butt ton of money. Maybe in the next couple decades, or maybe when my children's children have them, they will, because at that point, you know, they'll be uncommon. Like, it'll either be, the pop number will probably be at a decent number, or because it'll be at that point like rare, not on the market, that it'll be worth some money. But, you know, I like the look of them. And I have cards that I got graded because I like the cards, not because necessarily they're worth money. The other Super Dreadnought Railgun Cannon, so I think we pulled both ultras on that one. It's kind of funny. No rotary, I'm surprised. I mean, we already pulled 1 rotary, but yeah, I pulled a rotary in the other one. So I'm not gonna worry so much about that one. And oh, look, we're almost done. We got like 6 packs left. So, but if you're gonna grade a card for the value, like, you definitely want to get a card that its raw value is high. It's super collectible, and then also, well, outside of that, you definitely want to make sure that it's in great condition, because you know you want it to get a high grade. And then check the pop number, because I think in Pokemon, I saw like the Charizard had like a pop 2000 or whatever it was, because of course everybody that pulled it, if they didn't tell it raw, they sent it to get graded. So everybody and their mother has like an SIR or that high rarity Charizard that's graded. So the pop number is stupid high. So that means with a large number of them being out of circulation, its value is gonna tank. Like, it's gonna still have a high value, but realistically speaking, it's gonna be like, well, there's, you know, if there's 2,000 of them that have been graded, and then let's just say 1,000 of them are 9s. Like, it's gonna devalue the price of the 9. Like the 9 will still be kind of high, but it'll be like, dude, there's so many of these out there that it's not really worth the price tag you can be seeking for. So it causes the market to tank and a bunch of other things, which is another good reason to have multiple grading companies, because then you could just spread out those pops through other companies. So you could sit there and have like, oh, PSA has 2,000. That's also another reason why I think Beckett prices are generally higher, outside of the fact that Beckett already has a harder grading curve, but because their pops are on the lower side, especially if you grade high. Like if you grade like a Beckett 9.5, which is equivalent to a PSA 10, or a Beckett 10 pristine, or Beckett 10 black label, well, the black label is black label, they tend to have a higher value in dollar amount than the PSAs, because there's less of them out there. It's just like, hey, you have a pristine 10 in Beckett where there's only a pop 15 compared to the PSA that has a pop 400 in the 10. So it's stuff like that. So like I said, just be on the lookout and be wary of what you're grading. If you're gonna get something graded for the value, make sure it's a card that, like I said, that already first and foremost has a great raw value, and then next, make sure it has a great raw value, is in great condition, and then also potentially has a lower pop rating for that. This is pack 50, but of course I have 51, so it's gonna be like the one mulligan pack out of here. So far, like this video is actually going a little bit quicker than I thought it would be, so that's really good news for that. Cool Tune B2B. But we've pulled pretty much really well. But I'm actually quite impressed. It's like we pulled Spark out of yes, I pulled Solemn Accusation out of a booster box, out of the first booster box. I pulled Dominus Spark, Fladronius Harmonia, and Elf Notes. Shade the Obscure. I haven't seen a regular Shade the Obscure yet. Pull the Starlight of that. That card I'm gonna need, but I'm not gonna need it right now. Last pack magic. Before I kind of go back, I just like distracted myself. And then Night Train Blue Traveler. So okay, that's the last pack of that one on that side. But let's kind of get these things separated out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ultras. So essentially 8 ultras, which is 2 booster boxes. You may call it 9 for the other one. And then we got 4 secrets. So we actually pulled ratio. These 2, of course, I needed. I already pulled these 2 already. I think I pulled these out of the booster box for Blister versus Boosters. And then I pulled this from my participation pack, and then this is from the first one. So I did need a copy of each of these again. So this is a good 150 bucks. I say, well, 120, because this card is like 90 bucks right now. This should be like 25. So that's actually some savings on that side. And then these guys are just extras. And then of course, these 2 Starlights, making this, what is it? I pulled 4 Starlights from this set so far. So not bad. I don't even know the value of these 2. Should be around 30 bucks, I think, because most of the Starlights aren't super high value. Some of them are, some of them aren't. If I were to put a number on it, I would say both of these are around 30 bucks a piece, which is nice. But hey, 2 Starlight rares out of here, which is really 3 out of all of the blister packs we pulled, and then pretty much all of the top hitting secrets, because the only one we didn't pull out of the blister was Solemn's Accusation. That was the only one we didn't get. So regardless, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the opening these 50 blisters videos going forward for core sets. It might be dependent upon, because of course, I think I might have to only do them on the sets that are really busted, because I don't see myself buying that many blister packs for a set that's not good. It's kind of just wasting money on that side. But if you guys want to help me out, of course, use the affiliate links and all that other fun stuff, and really like the videos and put them in the comments and say that you want to see 50 blisters open. I will do what you guys ask me to do. I take you guys' advice and wants into very high consideration. So if you guys want to see it, I'll do it. But I'm going to continue to do this a little bit more often for a lot of the sets. I'm definitely going to do it for Chaos Origins, because Chaos Origins has so much stuff in it. Like, I don't even know what the rarity of a lot of stuff is, but it has the new Chaos support, the new Sacred Beasts. Yeah, and that set had the chest stuff, which I don't know much about. I think that's a TCG exclusive, but when we get to July, because I said it comes out in July. Yeah, it comes out like at the end of July or whatever. Excuse me. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but I'm definitely gonna get a case of that. And then we'll definitely do the Blisters packs opening for that one as well. And then pre-orders for Magnificent Monsters just started. I'll probably have a separate video talking about that. That's the set with the Grandmaster Rares. We are getting Grandmaster Rares in TCG. I'm kind of waiting on that one. I know a couple places all started opening pre-orders. They don't know what their allotment's going to be yet, but at the same time, I think that place sells Euro prints, so it's going to cost a little bit more. So I'm kind of waiting to see how things kind of pan out between the LGSs and Hobbyville on that side. So whatever I get out of that is whatever I get. I'm going to definitely open it on the channel. I just don't know how much of it I'm going to get and open because I definitely need the new Dark Magicians, or the new Dark Magician in that set. And then I kind of want to know what else is being reprinted and stuff in there as well, and some of the chibi cards in there, so I'll be keeping a lookout on that. But anyway, I've been ranting enough. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you give us a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Be on the lookout for another video. We're going to be doing one more for Blazing Dominion, which is going to be opening up the Walmart boxes. Those just came in the mail, so that video will be coming next. And then we'll be officially done with Blazing Dominion. The next set, of course, will be Battle of Legends. I will get my hands on a booster box of that at some point in time. I can't remember when that comes out. Does it come out during regional season or after? Well, I'll figure that whole thing out. Oh, losing. There's my computer telling me, hey, it's time to do stuff. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts. Let me know your opinions and everything. In the meantime, this is King Zeph. No time to explain. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.